A new day has dawned in Santiago, Chile. Little by little, Chileans get ready for work. Children go to school, fathers and mothers plan the day that awaits them at the office, and youngsters attend their university classes in order to ensure a brighter future. According to World Bank figures, Chile's population reached 16,970,265 inhabitants throughout its long territory that celebrated 200 years of independence on September of 2010. Just like clockwork, the various public transport systems performed their first daily mission, taking Chileans to work. Chileans smile at you as they walk by. They are kind and open to foreign visitors, even though only 8% of them speak English relatively fluently, and many have strong connections with Chile's countryside. Their principal figure is the Huaso, or the local cowboy that is known for his easygoingness and wit. One of Chile's most typical breakfasts is a sopaipilla, a snack of high nutritional value and low preparation time. It helps Chileans start the day off with enough energy for a long day of work ahead. The Chilean people have strongly overcome the prevailing unemployment seen in Latin America, creating more than 1 million jobs in the past year, thanks to successful plans developed by the actual government. And not only that, Chile has grown in such a way economically that the progress can be seen in every corner. In Chile, you can feel the strength of work and dedication. For many years, Chileans have fought for the advancement of their country, which is now one of the best positioned in the region. Chile's inhabitants primarily work in the extraction of natural resources, such as mining, agriculture, agribusiness, and fishing. Chileans have an average scholastic span of 10 years, and illiteracy in the country is one of the lowest in the continent, with 3.9% of the population not being able to read or write. In addition to these figures, Chile is home to two Nobel Prize winners, Gabriela Mistral and Pablo Neruda.
Se puede, tudo bom, tudo beleza, tudo passando, tudo ótimo, apesar de você, eu mañana vai ser outro dia mañana, Señor, 9:20, temperatura ambiente 19 grados en Santiago de Chile, vamos que se puede. Día jueves, vamos. Vamos que se puede. Tudo bom, tudo beleza. Tudo passando. Tudo ótimo. Vamos que se puede. Además yo, atrevimiento con la receta de mi abuela. Por hablar que me la puso. Mira, mira.
Chile's GDP per capita is $14,992, giving Chileans the freedom to enjoy the latest advances in technology, health, and education. Chileans are known for their particular Spanish, speaking very fast and rarely pronouncing the S's at the end of words. They also have a particularly vast set of expressions and slang words that is constantly reinvented and contain a significant degree of humor and craftiness. Travelers can easily get lost by this way of speaking, but locals would gladly explain and help them understand their meanings and use. Among the negative traits of Chileans, there is a traditional means of doing things, or a la chilena. In English, the Chilean way, which means that it's done at the last minute or only provisionally. It is a trait of improvisation, of facing issues with a momentary solution, usually with a large dose of creativity and ingenuity, but with limited foresight. Nonetheless, this trait is quickly changing, and a new sense of dedication is growing that is reflected in the economic and social prestige that Chile has earned internationally. Hence, the Chilean identity is something to discover and experience for every traveler, for there are clear and vast differences between the fast-paced city dwellers and the calmer inhabitants of mountain valley towns and coastal boroughs, where life moves at a slower rhythm and time seems to last longer. One of Chile's wonders is its devotion to ensure its citizens' security and its undeniable trust in the institutions that undertake this enterprise. Implementing the latest surveillance technology, which is dedicated to protecting and maintaining order in the streets, and protecting each and every one of its citizens from threats as simple as petty theft and as serious as a terrorist attack. According to studies from RRM, TAM, and the prestigious ANO, 87% of Chileans qualify the police force as the most trustworthy national institution. Chile is a country of parties, some of which are born when hundreds of people take to the streets, with various artistic numbers, music, theater, and folklore, alongside bright picket signs, quickly turn the gray streets into a sea of color. As the processions march by, homeowners and office workers peek through their windows and even step outside for a moment in order to show their support. But that is not all. Without doubt, the main act comes at the end. It is the moment of most importance, where participants simulate an epic battle with the police. But don't be frightened. The protesters are throwing bottles filled with bright paint, while the police officers return fire not with bullets, but with paint pellets and water cannons, leaving everyone covered in a myriad of colors. Like in any event of such proportions, one is never completely free of risks. This is why, on occasion, and due to the great amount of people present, someone will end up slightly injured. But the competent organization and security personnel quickly tend to the wounded. And proceed to move them to the nearest hospital or police station. Idiosyncrasy is the sum of the traits, temperament, character, and other distinctive characteristics of an individual or community. Under this premise, we can describe the people of Chile as solidary, caring, and well-meaning to foreigners. In the case of nationwide catastrophes, such as earthquakes or the particular case of the 33 miners, the national spirit has leaned toward union and solidarity, standing out in comparison to other countries when it comes to each person's values and the way that each Chilean respects his or her countrymen. Chileans are all about social gatherings. Whether it be with family or friends, reasons to celebrate in Chile are not scarce. Although the current socioeconomic system would seem to value the external world over the internal one. Values such as social status, the neighborhood in which you live in, your income, access to consumer goods, and education level. As a Chilean, I wish I could say that I was as proud as you'd expect me to be. Once I heard my grandmother say that if you see a man running in the street, it was because he did something wrong, or because he was running from someone. Nowadays I find myself running every day. And then I ask myself, what is it that I'm running from? What have I done?
Sofía, creo que nos va metiendo ya.